welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've been on here. If you follow my Instagram, you will know why, but basically I've started a course at uni again. Things have just been crazy. We just recently moved house, so I've been super busy. I'm actually isolating right now at home because someone in my uni class has COVID. Actually, I think 2 people have COVID now, but luckily not me, according to my rapid test anyway. This kind of bled out, but it said negative. I can't go back to uni till like next Thursday, even though I'm not symptomatic. I figured I would use this spare time to film a video for you guys because I feel so bad. I had all this content planned for Fashion Week and then it got cancelled for the second time because of COVID. I don't know if I'm gonna get demonetized and flagged for saying the C word. I can't even say lockdown now because we're not technically in lockdown. I know in places like Sydney, the laws are way more loose around caramel. Let me try to think of another word that starts with C. But here they're still pretty strict. So let's just jump on into it. I feel so rusty filming. Like I honestly am like sweating because I'm nervous. You guys probably don't know this about me, but I'm really introverted. So I don't know how I've done half the stuff I've done, like being on live TV and like things like that. I just felt like I had to take the opportunity, but I will like black out when I do stuff like that because I'm so nervous. And I guess because I haven't filmed in a while, I'm just like kind of nervous. Without further ado, let's jump into the questions. I asked you guys on Instagram stories. The main one I've got is, what are you studying? I think like 100 people have asked, what are you studying? I am completing a qualification in beauty, spa and massage therapy. You guys know I've already been to uni once. I did a Bachelor of Communications degree at AUT, and I do feel like that has served me really well for the kind of digital marketing side of the work I do. I mean, I always have that qualification, but I wanted to study something that helps me put into practice all the things I've learned, you know, from when I was working on counter, when I got hired at the body shop, and then I did freelancing for a while, and then I've been doing YouTube, and I've had so many cool clients on here that have taught me a lot about skincare. Like the briefs are so comprehensive, and yeah, it's just always been an interest of mine, like well-being and beauty, and I want to put that into practice a little bit more. So I was thinking about it during lockdown, and I was just like, you know what, kind of scary to start uni when you're 28. A lot of people in my class are younger, but I was like, what the heck, just do it while you're living in Auckland. It's not probably a great time to be studying because of caramel. At the end of this year, I'll be a qualified beauty therapist, and I'm deciding whether I want to do the diploma or not, which would bring me forward another year. That's just more like advanced therapies, like specialist skin treatments like needling and microdermabrasion, and I think they teach you some business practice too, which is the main part that interests me. That would be like a dream of mine one day, to own a day spa, make a chain of day spas, but I'm literally renting student right now, so you know. But I just have visions of this beautiful clinic. I have a really specific vision for like the atmosphere. I want it to be really relaxing, kind of like prestige, and it's like an experience, and it's very like client care focused, almost like a resort kind of vibe. I don't really see that around. I think there's like a gap in the market for that. I would love nothing more than to be able to actually treat you guys as clients, like have you come in and assess your skin. You guys know I've been through my own acne journey, so that's like a long-term goal of mine. Who knows if that will ever happen. I'd honestly be happy just practicing beauty therapy. I'm lucky enough to have worked with brands like Casey in the past. Even when I would just go in, I was always asking the staff like, so what did you study to work here, without even really realizing like I was interested in working somewhere like that. So yeah, kind of just came about. Also during lockdown, I was doing facials on Britt, and I think Rob was even getting a facial, and yeah, she just made a comment about how like good I was at it and that it was so relaxing, and I just off the cuff was like, I'd love to be a beauty therapist, give people specialized skin plans and just give them relaxing treatments, like something in that therapy kind of field. And then I was like, why don't I? It was so obvious once I like said it, like I had that light bulb moment. So yeah, if you guys are thinking about starting something new, I would say just go for it. It was pretty brave of me to do, if I do say so myself, because I don't know, like I said, everyone's quite a bit younger. Like some of them are just coming out of school, because it's like the first thing they're studying. There's other people in the course that have like kids and stuff, so everyone's at different levels. It's not like that crazy, but I don't know, I was just really nervous to start, and also because of YouTube, I didn't know if people would like be weird about that. But I've only had a couple people mention it in class, which is good. Yeah, I'm just so excited to have that qualification under my belt. I've also got a really great teacher in class. I'm really happy. I'm loving it. We've been doing facials at the moment. So actually today I have to submit 2 consultations to be marked. And yesterday we had a closed book assessment, like an exam online. It's been so cool. Like this month we've been learning all about anatomy and physiology and the layers of the skin, like the epidermis, the systems in the body, like your nervous system, cardiovascular, bones of the skull, a little bit of first aid. Really looking forward to doing more practical stuff too. So we do like nails, massage, obviously facials, waxing, like all that kind of thing. I'm kind of scared for waxing because we have to wax each other like everywhere. But I do apologize because I haven't been on YouTube as much because my course is full-time. It's 9 to 4 weekdays. By the time I get home it's like 5:30. Like I just lose the whole day. Plus moving house has been mental. There's still a few boxes here and there, but we're pretty much unpacked now. That was super last minute too. Like our property manager suddenly just said, oh, you're having a rent increase, and we're like, what? I do like being busy, so I've actually been really enjoying it, but I do go to bed at like 9 p.m. now. I'm so tired. Emily asked, is rent in Auckland expensive? I'm moving there in a few months. It actually is really expensive, I'm not gonna lie to you. Unless you have friends you can flat with or something like that, I would not recommend moving here. The cheapest you could do per week is probably like $225, $250, and that's if you have like 1 room in like a 5-person flat. I'm lucky because I'm out west and I flat with 2 others, so it's not too bad here. I'm still paying around that, but if you get close to the city it's gonna just go up and up and up. It's not as bad as Sydney, but it's like bad for New Zealand. If you can find a friend or even like look on Trade Me flatmates wanted and move into an existing flat, that would probably be your best bet. Why did you choose to go back to college? Very American. And what's your next career goal? I've kind of already touched on that. Oh, this is a deep one. How did you get over the lowest point in your life? It just takes time. I know that's like a crap answer that no one wants to hear, but I think a lot of the time when you're in that state of mind, you don't actually realize how flat and like sad you are. My advice is just to keep going, because it's only looking back that you'll realize how far you've come. So just try and keep doing stuff that makes you happy. Everyone's obviously still got to work and there's like life responsibilities you have to do, but try and like give your friends a call more often, hang out with family, get outside. Like when I was living in Sydney after my 5-year breakup, I would just walk to the markets, walk around town, try different cuisines. Like I'm quite a foodie, so I really enjoyed trying different little like hole-in-the-wall alleyway type food places, and kind of like taking yourself on a date, I guess, but I think that that's really cringe to put it like that. Like I wouldn't go to a restaurant and be like, table for 1, without realizing it. It's kind of is like a date, so you just go and like spoil yourself, and it doesn't have to be expensive. You can go to the op shop, you can just go outside, enjoy nature, just take things slow, have a nice comfort show you can watch in the evening. You know, it's all the little things, they all add up over time, and eventually you'll start to just feel better. And if you are not ready to date again, don't date again. I'm assuming you're talking about heartbreak. You could be talking about loss of a loved one or feeling loss of your career. It could be anything. You didn't really specify, but definitely lean on your loved ones. If you don't have anyone around you that you feel like really values you, don't put an effort with them. I'm that friend who's always like telling people, no, that person's behavior is not good enough. I went through a lot of that when I was younger, and now the people around me are so loving and beautiful. Like they put the exact amount of effort back to me that I give to them. Like even in this isolation period, Britt and her partner have been like cooking for me and leaving me meals. My friends live in Hazel dropped off like a snack box for me. Rachel's like Skyped me. Like my friends are just so thoughtful, and that's because I've like looked to, I don't know how to explain it, not looked to see if they're genuine, but you know, people's actions speak louder than words. If people are really flaky or there's always drama with them, like you can't lean on those types of people in a hard time. They're more just like friends for a season. You know, there's those sayings, friends are either for a reason, for a season, or for life. So for a reason is like maybe you have like work together, so the reason you're friends is because you both work at the same place, and that's fine. And maybe you don't hang out outside of work, or you probably won't be friends once you finish working there, but it's totally fine to have different like tiers of friends. So that's an example of for a reason. And then for a season is like maybe you're going out partying heaps, and there's a group of girls that you always meet up with and you have a great time together, but you don't really see them outside of partying, or you know, you try to catch up with them more, but it's always kind of difficult. Like friends like that will kind of fade out maybe if you move away or you stop partying as much. you kind of realize that it was never gonna last forever. And then you have those friends that are forever, which is someone like Brit for me, or like Shan. I've known them for like, I don't know, almost 10 years. You just know, like they're like family. So yeah, keep that quote in mind. Make decisions with your best interests at heart. Like, you don't have to be a bitch about it, but instead of always feeling bad for other people, try and put yourself first and set yourself boundaries. Be kind to yourself, and I think with time, you'll just find yourself in a good place. And then when something bad does happen, like you lose a loved one or you lose a job or something, have people to help you pick back up your life again, because we are humans and we need support. And I'm like a good example of that, because I like to be really independent, but at the end of the day, of course, like humans have a pack mentality, we're animals, and you need to feel supported and like you're part of a community and you're loved, otherwise it will be very detrimental to your mental health. So I guess that would be my advice on that. Jess said, do you plan on continuing YouTube? I miss your videos and love how chill they are. Thank you so much. That really does mean a lot. I never really felt like my videos were super professional or anything like that, but I've always enjoyed doing them. I definitely am not gonna shut down my YouTube channel or make them all private, you know, like go Jenna Marbles. I'll still be here. I can't promise I'll be uploading as often. So if you want to unsubscribe, I totally understand. I've never been a number focused person. Maybe when I was like way younger, but it doesn't bother me. If you want to unsubscribe, you can. Yeah, thank you to those of you who just keep me chilling there in your sub box. I know I don't upload as often as other YouTubers, but yeah, I definitely am not going to delete my channel. I'd love to do like a day in the life at uni or something like that, but I do know that my course is really strict on filming. I remember seeing it in the student handbook that I signed. You're not allowed any type of videography or photography in class. I don't think I could do that, unfortunately, but I'll still be popping up now and then. Follow me on Instagram because I'm way more active over on there on like stories and that kind of thing. Waimiri Rangi Wiki said, haven't seen much of you on social media, what's new? Basically just what I said, like we moved house, which was so crazy. We didn't have movers or anything like that. We just took everything over in loads in our car within the space of like 3 days. It was hectic. So that's been taking up a lot of my time. Over Christmas, New Year's, I did go home and see my parents, which was really cool. I went to go see my brother in Tauranga and saw Shan and Ham at Papamoa, so that was awesome. Aside from that, just been doing uni really and getting into the swing of things. As I said, it's quite like set days, like hours, and I have to wear a uniform and everything, so it's almost like a 9-to-5 job in that sense. That's all I've really had mental space for at the moment, so there's nothing else much new to report. Heather asks, what's been your fave products to use with wearing masks all the time? This is a good question. Sorry the lighting's like trash in here, but this is basically my everyday makeup that I wear to uni. I think the lighter the better. I just put this all over with a big powder brush. This is the Huda Beauty Glowish bronzing powder, and it's kind of like a gel powder formula. It's so easy to blend and it doesn't grab and go patchy. This is the shade 01 Light. Look how short my nails are, guys. I have to have them short for course. So I love that. That's what I dust everywhere. If I have time, I'll pop a little, this is my everyday makeup bag. What's in my bag? You guys need this blush. It is so pretty. It is the Milani Supercharged Multi-Use Luminous Gel Stick for cheek and lip. I have the shade Peach Thrill, and this is what I've tapped on my cheeks. And you can also like tap a bit on your lips, and that's all I wear. So no foundation or anything. I know that's a luxury. Like when I used to have acne, I couldn't have done that, but I have been focusing a lot on my skincare lately. Anytime anything's coming through, I'm like tea tree oil, spot correcting. I've changed my moisturizer too from an oil to the Lala Retro Cream from Drunk Elephant because it has more of like a matte dry down. And I feel like that's good because obviously you're sweating under the mask. You don't want it to be too juicy on your skin, otherwise you might break out. So anyway, I feel like I've been putting more effort into skincare than makeup because it's just so hot, and with the masks it all rubs off. I do get a little bit of the bronzer rub off. I don't think I've worn this mask out, so this one's fine, but you know in the corners here I get a little bit of bronzer rub off, but I still just like to do the bronzer. I don't bother with lip product though. Usually I'll just put a bit of tinted lip balm and that's it. So my advice would be to just use powder product, and that's all. So something like this, or even just like your natural skin color, use a powder and keep it light because no one's really seeing under your mask anyway. We've been doing a lot of facials in class, and when we do each other we use a milky cleanser first to remove the makeup, and this all comes off so easy because it's really light. So it's just powdered products and it works really good. So I'd recommend doing that for sure. These two are so good. Highly recommend. My face is like white as a sheet, but my body is a bit more tanned. Can't really see, but yeah, it's the vibe, you know. And you look younger. Like, I've been getting so many compliments in my class because there's a couple of girls that are like 26 and stuff, and everyone always says like, oh, you're the mum of the class, to them, but not to me, even though I'm older. It's really been the confidence boost I need. Georgia Ferguson wants to know what lipstick am I wearing. It's in this boomerang. That was when I went to Hazel's birthday dinner the other week. So I think I was wearing this lip liner, which is also what I'm wearing today. It's just the Catrice Plumping Lip Liner, and it's in the shade What a Doll. I've kind of gone over today. I wouldn't usually overdraw my lip that much, but oh well. Yeah, these are really good, and they're like a couple of dollars, maybe a little more than that, but Catrice you can get from like the warehouse and stuff. It's super affordable. Sharon Makeup said, how do you build up the confidence? Oh my god, I just spat. It's disgusting. How do you build up the confidence to wear what you want in public without feeling like everyone's looking? I think it's important to know your own personal style, because if you're wearing stuff that you feel like reflects your personal style, you're not going to feel self-conscious. Like if I tottled down Queen Street right now in a little bandage dress and heels, it doesn't matter how much confidence I pretend to have, like I'll feel stupid because that's not something I would want to wear. Like, am I making any sense? So you just can't feel silly in what you're wearing if you actually like what you're wearing and you feel like it reflects your style. I don't know how you find your personal style. I guess I've always just kind of known. Maybe just think about, what color do I wear the most? Like for me, I do wear a lot of black, but the last few years I've gotten more into like denim and other textures and things that I didn't used to really like. I used to be more of a dresses girl, but I did find them impractical, especially when I lived in Wellington because it's so windy. I think we're lucky now, we have a lot more available to us. Like I never used to really wear denim shorts and jeans because I actually couldn't find any that fit me, but now we have like online shopping, all these different ranges. So I usually get my jeans off ASOS tall range. Heaps of stores have like plus size ranges now, like no matter what your shape or size. So I think that's really cool, and it's fun to explore different fashions. If you're on a budget too, the op shop is a great place to go to just try out different things, because then if you think like, oh, I'd really like to wear a kind of blouse top like this, and you wear it once and you didn't feel that great in it, you're not like beating yourself up about it because you paid 50 cents for it, you know? So yeah, just have fun, go on Pinterest, like don't be too deep about it, you don't need to overthink it. Don't be like, who am I? What does that mean for my fashion? But just like look at what you already own, what do you wear the most? Do you like stuff that's more basic colors? Do you like stuff with heaps of prints? Like what do you feel the most comfortable and confident and what do you reach for the most, and then just buy more stuff like that. I would just say have fun with it, and once you kind of identify what your personal style is, then I think you can wear that in public. And even if it's not something anyone else would wear, because you feel like it's very you're not going to feel self-conscious. I guess that's my advice. And just dress to the occasion too, because if you feel overdressed for something or underdressed for something, that's when I kind of feel like people are looking, or I feel a bit like self-conscious. So I always just wear what I feel most comfortable in. And if you're going to an event, you're not sure like how dressy people are going, just ask them and then like match the vibe. Heaps of these I've already answered, guys, so I'll just do one more. Kimberly wants to know a nose update. So this might be a little bizarre to some of you, but I did do a whole video series about getting a nasal and sinus surgery done. So I'll link them down below if you want to go watch them. It wasn't cosmetic. My nose still looks the same. It's the hickey nose. Anyway, the point of the surgery was because I couldn't breathe, and it runs in the family. My dad had polyps and everyone's got like terrible nasal issues. I also had to have my adenoids and tonsils out when I was younger. I had a quinsy, or like a throat abscess, that landed me in hospital. I had to have it drained while I was awake with like a scalpel, and that led to me needing my tonsils out. So I have a lot of like ear, nose, throat issues. Long story short, I saw Mr. Steventon in New Plymouth and I vlogged the whole thing. To be honest with you, I'm not 100% pleased with the results. In fact, I'm not even like 30% pleased with the results, and I have contacted their office and I never heard anything back. So I feel like I've given them enough time to kind of like rectify my complaint. But yeah, so I don't know if I'd recommend going to him, which is a shame because I think he's probably the only person in Taranaki that does it, at least privately. Yeah, I thought I'd be getting like a better result, I guess, going private, but maybe I should have tried to go public. They told me at the office it was over a 2-year waiting list to go public. and I just couldn't breathe like in my masks and everything, so I just bit the bullet and paid 12 grand to get that surgery. And like, can you see my nostrils? Like, it literally did nothing. So yeah, I'm very disappointed. It felt like it was doing something when I first got my packing out. Maybe it's just like that my tissues are very, I don't know, because I'm not even taking antihistamines anymore. Like, I don't feel like I have allergies right now. I'm not sneezing, but my nose is still shocking. So I know a lot of people were wanting to get that same surgery done, so I just don't know what I'd recommend for you now. I guess everyone's different, and I don't doubt that Mr. Steventon is a good surgeon because he actually did my tonsils and he did a fantastic job, which is why I went to him. So I don't know what happened there, but I was hoping to maybe look at like a partial refund or like a revision or something. I did reach out to them, but they never got back to me. Their system there is a bit archaic. They don't have a website or email even, so you have to call. A lot of time the line's engaged. One time they told me, oh, it's just hay fever season, like it will get better. So I waited the full 6 months after surgery, which is like the maximum time it's supposed to take to heal, and I still didn't hear anything. So I actually like wrote him a email and printed it and got my dad to go and hand it in to the offices. But that was probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago now. He never got in touch, so I guess that's that. I just wasted 12 grand, which sucks because that literally would have paid for my year at uni. So I'm really gutted about that, especially because I don't get the fees for a year because I'm old. But it is what it is. So maybe my experience will help some of you guys at least. Maybe just think twice before you get the surgery because it did nothing for me. Sorry to end on a bit of a sad note. I just hope you guys are all doing really well. Thank you for all your support so far. I appreciate you sticking around because I know I'm not super active. It means the world to me. And hopefully we can go on a bit of a journey together now that I'm doing more therapy-based study. And yeah, I'd love to incorporate that more into my content eventually when I'm a little bit less busy with the actual study side of things. So yay! I hope you're all just staying safe and well at the moment, and I'll talk to you super soon. Like I said, follow me on Instagram if you want more frequent updates. Please leave me a comment because I'd love to catch up, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!